The trade train, it's leaving the station. Today's the deadline for countries to try and strike a deal with Trump. And across the Atlantic, the EU's trade chief posting on X, quote, "We're advancing in the right direction at pace and staying in close contact to maintain the momentum."
As for China, not so much. No phone call yet, so we'll have to live vicariously through Trump's truce, where he wrote, quote, "I like President Xi of China, always have, always will, but he is a very tough and extremely hard to make a deal with, exclamation point, point, point. Harder now after Trump increased tariffs on steel and aluminum to 50%. And while it may be a sting to trading partners, domestically, the industry is celebrating. Let's bring in Steel Manufacturers Association President Philip Bell to react. Philip, great to see you. But are you in any way, shape concerned about these now doubling of tariffs hitting the consumers of the very steel that steel workers produce and costing jobs and ultimately hurting everybody in the steel industry?
You know, that's a question that we've given a lot of thought to at the Steel Manufacturers Association, and we support the president and his tariffs. I think there are three things we have to acknowledge about the steel tariffs. First, the steel tariffs have been in place for 7 years. They were initiated under the first Trump administration, and they were hugely successful. And lo and behold, the Biden administration continued them. So companies and others have had 7 years to adjust their supply chains and revamp their procurement strategies in a tariff environment. Second, the president has legal authority to do this. In 2019, the U.S. Court of International Trade rejected a constitutional challenge to the steel tariffs. And finally, and most important, is that the president has improved these tariffs. He has expanded the number of steel products that are covered so that our customers have protections now. He has also closed some of the loopholes that countries like China were using to evade the tariffs. And then by increasing them to 50%, he is going to prevent countries from just selling through the tariffs through a variety of financial schemes.
Let's talk about supply and demand for a second. The ability to supply what we need in this country and the demand that exists right now. From that analysis, do we have enough, and will tariffs and imported steel be less of a picture if we expand production here?
That's a great question, David. And we absolutely have enough capacity to meet any increases in demand. Currently, capacity utilization for steel is running at about 75%. And since 2018, when the 232s went into effect, over $20 billion has been invested to upgrade and modernize the steel industry. So we're ready for that increase in demand, and we're ready to hire more people to help us meet it.
Phil, what about quickly steel that is used in the U.S. but isn't currently produced in the U.S.? Talk about that, the addition of the production of that type of steel, say steel that's made in Japan.
Yeah, what our hope is that our trading partners get serious about their trading relationship with the United States, Dagan. The fact of the matter is, selling your steel in the United States isn't an entitlement, it's a privilege. And countries need to understand and appreciate that. And we think now that they see this increase in tariffs, they're going to get serious, they're going to come to the table, and we're going to be able to work things out.
Philip Bell, great to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.